Greetings, welcome. Greetings and welcome. How's it going? Hello. You're late? No, I'm perfectly on time. I'm definitely completely on time. Yeah. How's it going? I'm definitely still not setting everything up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. He has a body now? What do you mean? I've had a body this... Wait. What do you mean? I've had a body this entire time. Oh. My avatar froze. Oh. Because of the poke, I guess. The poke was too powerful. Model is cute. No. How dare you? Yeah. Control. I have nothing to save because I literally just opened this up. Okay, like, give me a second to rearrange my workspace that I definitely didn't leave till the last minute to do. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. Eh. No, my pen. My Puxel. I got it. Okay, if I put my tablet like here, then I don't have to lean really far over to reach the microphone. And then I'm gonna take my footrest that I never use for some reason. I always forget about it. And then I'm gonna take my very ergonomic lumbar pillow and I'm gonna shove it in my lumbar. Play one shot on stream? Not to spoil anything, but according to the poll it is still running. You can still vote on it. One shot maybe winning. Maybe. Also, it has come to my attention that if one shot does in fact win, and I do play it on Wednesday, I will need to... Yo, no way. The Master Gaming, 12,500. Many Master Gamings right there. Very cool that my text-to-speech is still not working. Why is that? It was working so well for the longest time. Let's see. I think it'll still come in like 2 minutes. Well, yeah, how's it going, dude? Thank you so much for the dono. I really appreciate it. That is the sickest cover art ever. One of my most anticipated games of all time. That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of context as to what I'm doing on stream today real quick, but I'll just finish what I was saying earlier real quick before it disappears from my brain entirely. It has come to my attention that there's 2 different versions of One Shot. Und jetzt bin ich Deutsch, also warte ich erstmal, bis ich den Rest davon erkläre, weil das lohnt sich nicht, weil wenn ich alles erkläre, weil ich glaube so 90% von den Zuschauern können kein Deutsch verstehen. Ja, also warten wir erstmal die 30 Sekunden noch. Ja. Ja, dann... Nein, erklär ruhig weiter. Aber dann muss ich alles nochmal erklären. Das ist nicht sehr effizient. Effizient. Gibt's das Wort auf Deutsch? Bestimmt, ne? Bestimmt. Okay, sorry about that. Just had like a weird thing in my throat. So, if you didn't understand what I was saying... I was like, okay, I'm gonna like stop explaining stuff for a sec because it's not worth it. It's not worth it to explain everything in German for the 2 people in chat right now who actually understand German. Those 2 people being Steven and German Honeywolf. Maybe there's more. I don't recognize any other Germans right now, but they might just be quiet. One Shot is an amazing game and my most favorite indie game of all time. Yeah, I've gotten like I've always heard that that game is really good. But stretch, okay, I stretch. But ever since I made the poll about if I should play it on stream versus other games, I've gotten so many comments being like, dude, this is literally the greatest game of all time. So I guess I'm gonna find out on Wednesday. 3 people, yo, 3 Germans in chat right now. Wild. But yeah, so there's apparently 2 different versions of One Shot. And I keep getting mixed messages as to which version is better. Some people say the original version is better, and some people say that the... what is it called? World Master Edition? Something like that. I am aware that I have to be... not to... I don't want to like spoil too much, but I am aware that I will need to make sure there's nothing personal on my desktop. And other folders on my computer. That's not an issue at all. So I do know that the World Machine version is like doesn't have that stuff, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. But I don't have to worry about it anyway because I am aware of it. So it's literally just a case of which version would be more fun for you guys to watch. Because I personally don't mind. Best way to play One Shot is the original. The Word Machine version is more for console and stuff. Yeah. That's what I thought, but I've gotten several comments that say that the World Machine version is better. So I'm kind of confused. Original's way more immersive. Yeah, I've definitely heard that a lot as well. It just really... like, I was thinking that the original is probably the better, more immersive version. But then I started getting comments about the World Machine version being better, and that like completely threw me off. So now I don't know anymore, and I might just do a vote on like Monday. Because spoiler, but plan for Monday is I'm gonna make some thumbnail art for the game that we're gonna play, which is probably gonna be One Shot. But you never know. Maybe an onslaught of Hollow Knight fans are gonna vote on the poll over the weekend. But yeah, when I do that, I can run a poll like for the whole day, and then we can have an answer by Wednesday. So that probably won't be an issue. World Machine just has more content, but not really much to do with the main story and plot. Okay. I'll keep it in mind. Chip playing One Shot, we are in the correct timeline. I mean, to be completely honest, I will probably play all of the games in the poll eventually. Because I'm very interested in all of them. I'm even interested in the ones that didn't make it to the current poll. Like we had we also had why do I always forget the name of it? What is that game called? The game with the guy who looks like Sokka from Avatar The Last Airbender, and there's a black and blue cat. What is that game called again? And then there was another option that didn't quite make it either. I forgot which one that... oh yeah, Ori. I learned that Ori and the Will of the Wisps is actually the sequel. And that I should probably play Blind Forest first. But yeah, I'll probably... Hi-Fi Rush, thank you. I don't know why I always forget the name of it. But yeah, I'm very much down to play those games eventually as well. Would you ever do a playthrough of your own game? Dude, I'm gonna play the hell out of my game once it comes out. I mean, it just gotta make sense from like a marketing perspective. um, I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do it yet, to be honest, because I don't really want to do a playthrough as soon as it comes, like a proper full playthrough as soon as it comes out, because I don't want to like spoil everything, you know? So I think I might just do like 1 or 2 streams of my game every so often, and then after like a month or 2 of the game being out, I'll do like a proper playthrough and I'll play everything. And I also want to do like speedruns and stuff. But yeah. Ori and the Will of the Smiths. Why have I never heard that before? That is actually hilarious. Greetings from Australia. This is my first time actually catching you on stream. Yo, welcome in. Is it? It's like 1 AM for you right now, isn't it? Wait, Australia has multiple time zones. It's definitely nighttime, I know that. Soccer's an interesting comparison, but he does act like him. Yeah, you know, okay, actually, you know why he reminds me, you know why the main character from Hi-Fi Rush reminds me of Soccer? It's because he actually reminds me of the main character from The Dragon Prince. The voice actor for The Dragon Prince is the same guy who played Soccer. And I think that's why, because their art style is quite similar as well. Gonna speedrun the crap out of this game. I fully welcome that. I want to see all the challenge runs. I want to see all the speed runs. I want to see making the schnitzel within 5 minutes speedrun. But yeah, real quick. So, you may or may not have noticed that I actually already made a cover art for my game. And it looks like this. Wait, it looks like this. This is the current version of the cover art. And to be completely honest, I'm like the worst perfectionist, especially when it comes to this game, but I don't like this. It's like, don't get me wrong. And there's things I like about it, but there's things that I really don't like about it. For example, I think I didn't render chip very well. I think I could do that better. And the worst thing about it to me is this freaking background, which is not an issue when you look at it like this, which is how most people are going to look at it, to be fair. But like, we had this printed in like a massive, like, I don't even know what you call that. It's freaking huge. It's like taller than me, like a big banner for conventions and stuff. And when it's that big, you can really see like all these details. And I don't know, I just think this looks so freaking ugly. It's like, I hate the way I did the background. So that's the main thing I'm doing here. So this is how it looks so far, the new version. Do a little bit of it before and after right now. It's still a work in progress. But yeah, as you can see, much more vibrant colors. The sky makes more sense, and the background is going to be in this like painting style. So it's like I'm not spending a million hours in here like wait. Like drawing like each individual brick on the freaking like house and stuff. But it's like less detail, but it still looks nice, you know what I mean? That's the kind of style I want to go for. Yeah, the thing is, I freaking hate doing backgrounds. To the surprise of nobody, I hate doing backgrounds. Which is why I actually just wanted to make... I wanted to spend the entire day making this poster yesterday. And I did that. And it's still not done. Like, I actually wanted to spend this stream doing more of my stream rebrand stuff. Like, I wanted to animate my new intro and stuff like that. But I really need to finish this, and it's taking longer than I thought, so that's why we're doing that on stream today. Chip is officially a game character, therefore next Smash game. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, once this game comes out, it's not like it's done, you know? It's not like it's done and gone, like... Depending on how well the game is received, there is absolutely the potential for sequels and spin-offs and stuff like that. I want to like go too crazy on the daydreaming, but yeah. It's kind of cool. There's a lot of potential, right? There's a lot of potential. Rude poke, how dare you? But yeah. Yes, Control S for this one little edit I did. It's unstretch, unshrimp and stretch. I said unstretch, unstretch and shrimp, unstretch and reshrimp. Ooh. DLC? Yeah, yeah, there's definitely a possibility. Right now, the plan is to kind of like include as much of our ideas as we can before the release. And one idea that we won't have time to add in is a new we had an idea for a new area that we wanted to add. But if the game does well, like, that would definitely be potential for like a free DLC, you know? Like, we really want to do like a thank you DLC that adds more content if the game is well received. But excuse me. But yeah, how are you? It's I do feel like this is a bit too... No, it's fine, actually. Calm down. Everything's fine. Are we allowed to know currently how much the game will cost? You know what? Let me check something. Let me check if I can tell you that. Here. Okay, cause I made a little Q&A video for script for these kinds of questions, and one of the questions is what the price will be, and I handed that over to the dev team to give me corrections and stuff if they want me to change anything. But they didn't change anything about the price, so I think it's okay to tell you that it's probably going to be somewhere between $18 to $25. That kind of depends on, like, how much content we're able to put into the game before it releases, you know what I mean? Yeah. May I ask the question? You just did! Just ask the question instead of asking if you could ask a question. May I ask another? Touché. Touché. You got me. No, the anticipation waiting for this question is killing me. Sounds like a great deal. I'm glad you think so, because a lot of people are really They don't like, you know, it's really frustrating being like developing an indie game because people will shell out $90 for the latest Nintendo game. But if your indie game costs more than $5, they'll be like, bro, this is way too expensive. Greedy developers, greedy. How dare you? May I ask 2 questions? Okay, now this is getting out of hand here. There's too many questions. May I also ask if there's a current expected release date or just kind of whatever right now? We do actually have a expected release date in mind, but I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal that yet. I will just say definitely by the end of the year. Probably within the next few months. Which is honestly really cool to say. Like, I'm really glad that we're out of this stage where I have to keep telling people, like, yeah, I'm working on a game, I don't know when it's coming out. And then it takes like another year or something. I felt really, I honestly felt really bad about doing that back in like the early stages of development, really like not knowing anything about when the game will come out and stuff like that, and not being able to give a more accurate estimation. But yeah, it's definitely happening now. It's really cool, and I'm hyped. See, this is a plus of developing. Like the main developer is literally making this entire game based on like his own savings. Like we never did like Kickstarter or anything like that. And one of the advantages of doing that is that you have a little bit of, you have more of an incentive to actually finish the game one day, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of Kickstarter projects, they get the funding and then they're like, cool. And then the game just gets stuck in development hell because they don't have like they don't have an end goal, and they don't have an end goal in mind. They just keep working on it, keep adding stuff because they have the funding for it, you know. But if you're like funding it entirely yourself, it freaking sucks because you get yourself in debt basically. But because of that, you have this, okay, I need to finish the game eventually, otherwise I'm gonna die. And there's me who would have paid €80 for the game. Missed opportunity. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that most of you guys are very, you know, you think that $18 to $25 is very cheap because it is. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not gonna be a massive game, as in like 500 hours worth of playtime kind of thing. But in my opinion, it is worth more than $25. It's just in the current indie game environment, it's a little bit hard to charge that much without people complaining that it's too expensive. Sadly. But yeah. But yeah. Feels very appropriate finding out this game exists wearing my old chipflake cat pat t-shirt. It's still really funny to me how every time I talk about my game on stream, there's always at least somebody who's like, wait, what? You're making a game? And then at the same time, I have people complaining at me that I talk about it too much. Like, how does that work? I don't know. I try not to let the complainers bother me too much because, I don't know, it's a really cool project and I'm proud of it. Und ich will, dass die Leute wissen, dass das existiert und dass es kommt. Ja. Ich hab fast nicht gesehen, dass ich Deutsch reden muss. Tut mir leid. Ich entschuldige mich. Ah. Vielen Dank für den Resub, Liebe. Willkommen ins Kato Club. Freut mich, dass du da bist. Oh nein, ein Deutscher. Also... Ich bin eigentlich nicht deutsch. Schüttel meinen Kopf. Stimmt. Okay, there we go. Thank you for the 3-month resub, Level. Appreciate it. Welcome back to the Kato squad. We got exclamation point poke. We got exclamation... Wait, did I set up boop yet? I don't remember if I set up boop. Sorry. Hey Chip, keep up the awesome work. Thank you very much. I will. Why does that meow sound so scuffed? I think the boop is too powerful. It keeps lagging. I know Dutch though. Yo, does that mean you actually understood a little bit of that? Because Dutch is pretty similar to Dutch is pretty similar to German. Wow. Add a tiny Amogus. Absolutely not. It's... I think people will already see these windows and think it's an Amogus reference. Boop and poke seem to freeze your avatar for a short while. Yeah, I don't know why though, because it works perfect. It worked perfectly fine like 2 streams ago. So I don't know what the issue is. Maybe my animation has too many frames. But like that makes me wonder why it would work. Why did it work before, you know what I mean? Beep, 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 beep. A little bit? Yo. That's cool. What are you working on? So I made this like cover art for my game. Right now it looks like this, but I'm a perfectionist and I don't like this, so I'm making a new version. Yippee. Beep, 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 beep. And I thought this, like, painting style would be a good way to make it not ridiculously detailed. But still look nice if you do look at it closely, you know what I mean? I think I've seen other, like, video game box arts do that. The trick is to figure out how much detail do I add before it's too much, you know what I mean? Bunny Wolf, what the heck? Thank you for the freaking gifted Kato Squad membership. to grant belighted permission to boop me. That's really sweet of you. Thank you, dude. I can't wait for my new intro to be done. Because I'm like genuinely obsessed with the concept of you being able to boop while you wait for the stream to start. But yeah, how has your Friday been going? Mine has been very uneventful. It's that time again where I accidentally oversleep and I'm not enjoying it. I've also been having ridiculously vivid dreams again that are so vivid that it feels like I'm not even dreaming. And then I wake up and it feels like I didn't sleep. It's very annoying. And no, I did not eat cheese before bed. I don't think I ate any cheese yesterday, actually. So that's not the culprit. What the heck, dude?
I must take my leave now. You all have an amazing day, Chip. And I wish you luck on your cover art. I look forward to the finished piece. Bye bye. Einschaltungszeichen wie Einschaltungszeichen.
So true. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. I hope you have the most epic day. Thank you for stopping by as usual, and thank you for the kind words. And I'll try my best. I'll try my best just for you. I'll make you proud. Have an epic day. What's the cheese law? It's kind of just like a weird folklore, not folklore, a weird, what is it called? Superstition. It's a weird superstition that if you eat cheese before bed, you will have, I don't remember if it's nightmares or it's vivid dreams, maybe even both. But yeah, that's a weird superstition. So apparently strong cheese promotes brain activity, apparently. That explains a lot, does it? Thank you so much for the bits, by the way, Felix. I just realized I forgot to acknowledge the other bits you threw at me earlier. I'm sorry. It's like I noticed it and I was about to respond, but then I forgot. Sorry about that. Meowdy AA run. Meowdy? Did you have one of those Twilight Zone plot twist moments where you think you woke up from a dream, but had an object from the dream in your hand/pocket when you wake up? I don't think it's ever happened to me like that. I've definitely woken up within a dream, thinking I was awake, but then I wasn't awake. But I've never had that situation where I was like holding something from my previous dream. That sounds freaky. I'd probably cry, honestly. Like this like concept of being stuck in a dream without being able to ever wake up, that like freaks me out, honestly. That's a real fear, I guess. I want to self-study that now. I did look it up recently because I wanted to know if it's true or not. apparently there's no sufficient evidence for it. It's... How many dreams do you recall every night? I'd say almost every time I dream, I can remember it. So almost every night I can tell you, like, last night I dreamed this thing. The thing is, I usually try to forget about it as soon as possible. Because if I... Like, my dreams are already, like, ridiculously vivid. So I feel like if I keep focusing on the dream and the dream world, it kind of makes me, like, disassociate. So I try to, like, separate... I try to separate reality from dreams as much as possible in an attempt to, like, stop having these dreams where I don't realize I'm dreaming, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I dream very scary stuff and I wish I could just, like, realize I was dreaming, you know what I mean? I did actually realize I was dreaming in a dream very recently, but I could not wake myself up. It was kind of scary. Pull a Skyrim, eat an entire wheel of cheese, and sleep for 20 hours. That's a vibe. Also, I feel like I've been in this avatar for too long. Or has it not been 5 minutes yet? I think it's been like almost 5 minutes. Oh, there we go. It was working. Fun fact, you dream about 6 to 8 times a night, but you usually forget most of it. Dang, 6 to 8 times? I've definitely remembered having more than one dream, but not that many. Thank you for the bits, Felix. Appreciate it. Maybe you could apply a little Freudian analysis to your dreams to figure out what they mean. Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think that dreams literally don't mean anything. It's... like... You can definitely... If you're, like, thinking about certain things a lot, or you're, like, stressed about something, you're probably... It makes sense that that would, like, carry over into your dream. But I don't think they, like, mean anything as in, like, oh, you need to, this dream means that you're gonna meet a new friend soon, or so, like, stuff like, I don't know, stuff like that. I think that's... I don't think that's very true. And, like, I don't know. I don't think I really need to, like, analyze a dream to know that I'm stressed. Like, sometimes you just dream random stuff. Like, that you've got 2 heads or something. Like, that doesn't mean anything. In my opinion. It's usually, like, your brain... You subconsciously pick something up. Maybe you, like, saw a weird movie or something. Then your brain's like, oh, that's really cool. I'm gonna use this as material later. my gosh, it's already almost been an hour. That's wild. An hour? Ah. Beep boop, beep boop. Either always forget my dreams instantly or my brain is just empty when I sleep. Yeah, apparently everybody dreams, like, all the time. It's just that some people don't remember them. That's something I've heard. I don't know if it's true. But yeah, not gonna lie, I do wish that my brain would be empty sometimes when I wake up. Yo, what the heck?
Hi Chip, hope you are having a wonderful day and I'm already loving the game and it's not even out. Yet, definitely a game of the year for 2025-3.
Oh. Nein, nicht schon mal Deutsch. Ich will kein Deutsch reden. Ich hab keinen Bock. Vielen Dank, Loki Charms, für die Spende. Es freut mich, dass du da bist und dass du so nette Sachen gesagt hast. Vielen Dank, das ist richtig süß und motivierend. Ist das ein Wort? Bestimmt. Bestimmt. Oh my god. It gets me every time. What the heck? Thank you so much for the... What is that? 5? 5 gifted subs, Buddy Wolf. You legend. I really appreciate it. Why did the sub goals, like, get you that much? I mean, I really appreciate it, though. It's really nice of you. Thank you. You've introduced 5 more people to the world of exclamation point poop. And I appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much for the dono as well, Loki Charms 64. I don't know if you understand German by any chance. But I was basically just saying, thank you for the... I said, like, thank you for the donation. Thank you for saying so much nice stuff. It's really cute and really motivating. Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that, like, so many people are, like, really hyped for the game. I will take this boop with pride. All the boops, indeed. I need to think of more ideas for subs, what subs can do. It's low-key tempting to fill the goal. But you did it last time though. It's okay. I do appreciate it though. It's very nice of you. I also enjoy seeing the number go up and then there's like cute little confetti everywhere and stuff. It's very cute. Confetti. But I'm pretty proud of the whole like boop and poke thing that I came up with. I don't know, cause I mean it's like cool and all if you become a sub that you like get to watch without ads and stuff, and you get like extra emotes and stuff. But I really like the idea of offering a bit more than that, like a bit more like interactivity. Cause as much as I'd love to have poke and boop be completely public for anybody, I think they would just kind of get spammed, unfortunately. So like making it a member thing is I'm proud of myself for coming up with that. Are you still planning on buying a fursuit when you reach your subscriber/follower goal on YouTube and Twitch? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about that. What was my goal again? I know my YouTube goal was 100k subscribers. What about Twitch though? Did I say anything for Twitch? The thing is though, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I'll ever like actually hit 100k subs on my streaming channel on YouTube. Especially now that I'm also doing Twitch. Because I think I think I've made a lot of people switch from watching me on YouTube to Twitch, which is like, I don't know, I've had issues with YouTube actually recommending me to people and like my stream actually growing. I've had those issues for a while. But now that I'm also streaming on Twitch, I'm like kind of making it worse. But to be fair, the whole like I'll get a fursuit if I get 100k subs, that was always kind of like a half joke. Not gonna lie, I do still want to get one though. I do still want a socks fursuit. I just don't know when, because it's a lot of money, and also I don't know which maker I would go with as well. I've been kind of like looking around, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see a cute suit that I like the style of, I look if that maker is from Europe or not. Because I'm probably not gonna go with anyone from the US or like far away from Europe, just because I would not trust the postal system to deliver my multiple €1,000 carpet. You know what I mean? So I'd rather it be someone within Europe. The best case scenario would be a German maker, so and like someone I could pick it up from, so I don't even have to worry about shipping at all. So I'm kind of thinking like, because I'm gonna be I don't know if I properly announced this yet, but I'm gonna be at Eurofurence this year. I have my own stand, my own booth in the dealer's den. So that would be a good opportunity to shop around for makers who would be willing to make me a sock suit. You know, theoretically, I can consider it a business expense. If I wear it as at conventions as a way to encourage people to come to my booth, you know what I mean? So yeah, yeah, it's definitely become more of just a joke, more than just a joke. Depending on how well Dokumi and Eurofurence go, I think I'm like unironically gonna start looking into makers. This is a crazy expensive. I'm looking to make/buy one in like 2 years. Yeah, they are very expensive, sadly. But you know, theoretically, if you look after it, it's the kind of thing you buy once and you have it for like, I don't know, multiple years. I don't know, when I see people like saying stuff like, how can you spend that much on a wearable carpet? I'm like, okay, yeah, but also I feel like everybody has something that they spend a lot of money on that other people would like side-eye, you know what I mean? But like, just because you spend ridiculous amounts of money on like, I don't know, your Pokemon card collection doesn't mean you are you're like morally superior to someone who would rather use that money on a fursuit, you know? Like, I don't know, if you it's not like a this person is bad with money kind of thing. They just have different priorities to you, you know what I mean? Hope they go well. Definitely will stop by Dokumi this year. Oh hell yeah. I can finally give you a high five in real life. Let's go. Make a single giant sock to like a onesie. Yeah, like the wait, it's like this. Like this. This excellent VTuber idea I had, but in real life. I'd love to see a socks fursuit. Same. Another issue with fursuit makers though that I've noticed recently. Fewer and fewer makers do custom suits nowadays. The vast majority of people have switched to doing only pre-mades. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I completely understand. But I do think it might make it harder for me to find someone. But at the same time, I do kind of have an advantage of being someone who has like an audience, which might make somebody who usually doesn't do customs, it might make them more willing to make an exception for me, because, you know, I can help advertise them. Yes. Also, you know, I think a reason why people are starting to stray away from customs is, wait, let me just snooze the ad real quick. It's because they don't want to deal with like annoying customers, you know? With pre-mades, you just sell them and then it's like they have it and it's cool. You don't have to do this whole like, actually you made my character wrong, blah 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 blah. But if you're making a character for somebody who's like, for lack of a better term, an influencer, I feel like there's a bit more trust there. Because if they like don't pay you or do something stupid like that, there's a lot more risk for them if you make a call out about them, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you for the bits, Felix. If you make a custom fursuit for me, I'll pay you with exposure. And money, of course. Yeah, no, I would like hate myself forever if I would ever accept something as like expensive and time consuming as a fursuit in exchange for exposure. For me, it's freaking money plus exposure, okay? You get the exposure as a bonus. Going to my first Furrycon next year in Mexico with a friend. We're excited as heck to go. I keep hearing about the one in Mexico. That seems fun. How can you spend so much money on that thing? Credit card. Yeah, another comparison you could make is like, I don't know, cars. Some people spend ridiculous amounts of money on a car. Like, you theoretically, you don't need a crazy expensive car. But some people do it anyway because they want to. Like, why does that make you morally better than someone who buys an expensive wearable carpet? Okay, well, Twitch is yelling at me to play ads, so I'm gonna go take a quick break so you don't miss anything. I know, how nice of me. Okay, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't forget that, Okay, so this is really important, okay? Like, practically the fate of the universe depends on this, so make sure you listen very carefully. So basically, you get in the car, and you push the clutch. That's the pedal on the left, not the one in the middle, though you need to push that too. Might be one of the most important parts. Okay, got it? Yup. The most terrifying thing of all is that his legless form now exists in the third dimension. Just kidding, they're just hidden. Chipflake.shop, a limited time, okay, bye. That's 350. Ah, welcome back. No way, quarter stream. Let's go. Yo. Well, if you survived the break, welcome back. Listening to these audio only in the background is always an experience. At least you don't get like really obnoxious Twitch ads, I guess. Yes. I don't even know what kind of ads play on Twitch, to be honest. For some reason, even if I aren't subscribed, even if I aren't, yes, even if I'm not subscribed to someone, I almost never get an ad on Twitch. It's really weird. Welcome back. Thank you very much. My car was 3K and another student was complaining about their 18K car. And I'm just like... Complaining? Like complaining that the car was bad? Or what were they complaining about? That's very silly. Welcome in, Convexity, by the way. Appreciate the little bitties. What's poppin', Jimbo? My back. No, I'm just kidding. While I was peeing, I was thinking about the whole, like, Fursuit goal thing. And I was like, So, on Twitch I can actually make a goal if I want to. I could do, like, a follower goal. But I don't know what I would set it to. I was thinking, like, 50,000. But I think that would be too... I think that's too high, because I'm already kinda... It's already taking a while to get to 10k. But at the same time, I'm like... I don't know if I want to, like, wait until I hit a goal, you know what I mean? Like, I should probably just see how my finances are after the conventions I'm going to this year. And do a little bit of scouting at Eurofurns. And then I can get one. But yeah, if you know any good makers from, preferably from Germany, but also from Europe, feel free to recommend them. Thank you for the bits, by the way, Felix. Will the chipflake game have boob physics? I regret to inform you, there are 0 boobs in this game. But maybe if the game does well, we'll do a boob DLC just for you. How about that? But yeah, like within the chipflake universe, all of the characters are like genderless, basically. And I'm going to is called Confura. You should go next year if possible. But me and my friend will be ecstatic to meet you. That's adorable. I do actually want to go to Mexico one day. It's been on my radar for a while. So I'll definitely consider it. Thank you for the bits, Felix. 100 is a whole gay dollar for making me laugh at the boob DLC. I'll have to... We'll have to do it like in Marvel Rivals, where you have to like complete quests in the game to unlock the sexy skins. Yes. We are having wearable hats in the game, but I don't think any of them are particularly sexy yet. definitely consider it though. Definitely gonna spot you at EF this year. Hell yeah! Meeting all the gym viewers. I'm so hyped. I've been looking into other conventions I could go to as well. I'm kind of struggling to find ones that would suit me, if that makes sense. So the vast majority I can find are like anime conventions. Which is fine. I did manage to get into Dokumi, which is technically an anime con. But they're usually looking for like anime artists or influencers. Thank you for the save reminder, by the way. I'm honestly a little bit surprised that there's not more furry conventions in Germany, because I feel like Germany has like a huge furry population. I guess maybe people don't want to compete, quote unquote, compete with Eurofurds. But I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that there isn't a furry convention in North Rhine-Westphalia yet. Chip with abs on a tux. Nah, he would be like, he would look exactly the same, but he'd just be like wearing a Speedo. And a bright neon green Speedo. Gotta go to work. No worries, Honeywolf. Thank you so much for recruiting more Kato squad members. I always really appreciate that. We need the Poke army to expand, so thank you very much for your help in that regard. Have a wonderful day. If you did go to Confura, I have both the loaf and the puzzle I would love for you to sign. Oh, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Kind of forgot you're working on a game. See, this is what I mean. Like, how are how are there people complaining that I talk about the game too much, while at the same time there's people being like, "Wait, what game?" I forgot about that. I wish you would talk about it more. That's why you should always never shut up about your projects. Change your profile picture? Yeah, it's kind of just temporary. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm what was I gonna say? I love it when my brain just stops working. Oh yeah, I'm getting really tired of my old channel art, so I'll make a proper... I'll make a proper new icon eventually, but this one's temporary. I'm at Game Dev Uni, and when we showed the game to others, the second most given feedback was when NSFW update. Bro, if people say that to me, I'm gonna cry. It's like the least NSFW game you'll ever... Well, actually, there's a couple of adult jokes in it. I'll just say that, but... In terms of the visuals, it's the least NSFW game you can think of. You're making a game? Nah. This was all just a 2-year-long April Fool's joke. Don't worry about it. Love the new livestream channel art. Thank you. I'm still not 100% happy with it. But yeah, I just really didn't want to use my old one anymore. It was really bothering me. All I know is the Leipzig Book Fair / Manga Comic Con also has an unofficial big fur meet. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I've been thinking about going to the Leipzig. It's weird to say it in English. Book Fair / Manga Comic Con. But the thing is, Leipzig is extremely far away from me. Like, I think it's even further away from me than Berlin. Let me see. I think our game has a similar art style. It's very cutesy and all about running a cafe. That sounds actually adorable. Thank you for sharing. Leipzig. Okay, actually, no, Berlin is still further. It is almost 6 hours to Leipzig, though. Yeah. Okay, okay, I was wrong. Berlin's like an hour, an hour further away. But still, it's still really far. So far away from you? I was thinking that when you said you were going to EF, but not Dokumi, you're probably somewhere in the north, right? Thank you for the bits, Felix. Further, I hardly know. Have you ever gone outside and got blinded by the steaming sun? Honestly, it's super warm today. It's kind of wild. Hey, that's my line. Yeah, you can't just steal jokes like that. That's very unfair. Very rude. Oh, I'm in Leipzig. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. The only other... Okay, I do know of a couple other cons, furry-based cons in Germany. One of them is... Furvesta, like a New Year's thing, which seems pretty cool. I don't remember where that is, though. I think it's in, like, Stuttgart. And then there's, like, a Bavarian one. Called, like, Spring Convention, I think. And I think there's, like, a handful of, like, really small meets. Like, you couldn't even really call them conventions. Not in a bad way, of course. But yeah. Kinda surprised that there's not more conventions in Germany. Actually, I'm kinda interested in something. Heard of Furvesta? I believe a friend of mine's been there once. Yeah, I have a friend who's, I think, from Stuttgart, who always goes to Furvesta, and he's always raving about how good it is and, like, begging me to go, and I'm like, okay, I would really like to go, but also, aber Silvester ist für mich so ein Familiending, weißt du? Also ich glaube, das würde meine Familie nicht stören, wenn ich einmal nicht da wäre, aber das ist ein bisschen schwieriger für mich, weißt du? Also, was wollte ich gucken? Gut. Wie geht's? Hier die Besucherzahlen. Ja, also Eurofurns hat einfach 5000 Besucher letztes Jahr. Das ist mehr als Confuzzled. Yeah, so like Eurofurts is in the freaking top 10 of most visited furry conventions in the world. Like Confuzzled, for example, which is in the UK, doesn't even make the top 10. But the UK has like not like a bunch of conventions. I think it has like 3 big ones. Germany has 1 big one. And then, oh yeah, there's East as well. That's in Sachsen. Yeah, East and Furvester, but both of those cons get less than 1,000 visitors. Eurofurts is freaking massive, which is very interesting to me. I don't know. I still don't understand why there isn't one in my state, because freaking North Rhine-Westphalia, it sounds so scuffed in English. It's a big state. But at least I get to see a handful of furries every time a handful of fursuiters every time I go to Japan Day and Dokumi. I've never seen a suitor that I actually recognize, though. Wait, this is incorrect. I've had FWA FOMO, because that's probably the closest major con to me. Oh, I see. Yeah, frickin' like the American conventions, like, they sound crazy. Like, my timeline has been full of FWA lately, and I'm like, man. But I don't know, I've literally never been to a furry convention before. So maybe Eurofurence goes hard too, I don't know, I've never been. Sad thing is, I'll be there for like, work purposes rather than just enjoying the con. But maybe I can at least like... Maybe I can take some time to myself to look around every now and then. I don't even know, like, how the con schedule works, if that makes sense. Because at Dokuri, all of the halls are open, like, for the entire convention, from, like, was it, like, 9 AM to 6 PM? So the whole time I'm just, like, at my booth. But I know that, furry conventions usually have, like, nighttime events and stuff, right? Like, raves and stuff. Which, I'm guessing the dealer's den is probably not open that late, right? That would be kind of stupid, I think. I don't know. This is how little I know about furry conventions. How have I not heard of the one in Saxony? To be fair, I don't keep track of furry gods, but that surprises me. I only know about it, to be fair, because I made a post like a year ago being like, hey guys, what kind of conventions should I go to in Germany? Well, not even just in Germany, but just in general. And one person was like, yeah, so there's like this kind of small con in Saxony, which is really cool. It's called East. I was like, huh. I definitely wouldn't mind going to like a small con. ChipCon, you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for ChipCon. How many attendees do you think I'd get? Like 10? Considering most of my viewers are from America. I have friends who've had DJ sets at Furcons. I would love to get a gig like that. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Like, I don't know how exactly the process of them choosing DJs is, but I bet if you would contact them, you'd probably get a pretty decent chance of getting a gig like that. The problem is, I'm pretty sure most DJ gigs at cons are unpaid, which is a little bit cringe. But I don't know, maybe there are cons that pay the DJs. But I mean, I don't know, I guess you would have to weigh up, like, do I just want to do it mostly for the experience, the beautiful exposure, that kind of thing? I mean, most cons pay for your ticket at least, I think, if you're a DJ. So I don't know. But I feel like you would have a pretty decent chance if you would reach out to some cons. Honestly, wouldn't mind whether I got paid or not, because it would give me an excuse to go to the con in the first place. That's what I was thinking too. It seems like it would be a cool experience just for fun. Hi Chip, hi. I'll attend ChipCon, no question. Never been to a con because even the ones in Germany were way too expensive for me, and now I've become sick, so it turned out even more difficult. Yeah, I do gotta say, like, it's really surprising. It's like, okay, it's... I was gonna say it's surprising to me how freaking expensive Eurofoods is. But to be fair, it's a 4-day con, right? Feel free to correct me if I'm incorrect, but I'm pretty sure it's a 4-day con. So the ticket price does make sense in that sense. But like, the hotel situation is like painful, so I definitely don't blame people who don't go for like financial reasons. That's why maybe a smaller con would be better, you know? Yo, Alex! Alex! Welcome in, dude. Thank you so much for the dono. My text-to-speech was working approximately an hour ago. I guess Chip has fallen asleep again. I'll just read it out myself. If YouTube doesn't, YouTube is broken.
Only
now.
have little time cause of break, but hi to stream and bye to stream. Love the game cover, Aaron.
Bro, I'm not... I'm not gonna be German again. This is really annoying. Every single time it's been German. It's too much. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. There we go. Thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate it, dude. I hope you have a great day at work. At the rest of your work, I suppose. I would like to give your comment a heart, but YouTube has completely shut itself right now. Where are you? Here. But yeah, thank you so much for the compliment. I'm glad you like it. I'm gonna do another... Wait. I'm gonna do another before and after. Wait. Let me show you. This is the old version. Wait, this is the old version. This is the new version. So far. Do you think I can finish it by the end of stream? Because I kind of gotta finish it soon. Because I wanna have posters. I wanna have posters of this for Dokumi, and Dokumi is in 3 weeks. I really need to focus on getting a good amount of detail in, but not too much, you know what I mean? Because, like, even if it's a big poster, there's still not going to be people coming up to it like, this pixel, that's a weirdly placed pixel, SMH. Please make it a poster, I'll buy 5. You just make like a chipflake game shrine in your bedroom. it's like enchantment tables in Minecraft. You have like the game in the middle and there's like posters surrounding it. Is Chip evil or is he just a cat? That is for you to find out. Peak art, thank you so much, I appreciate it. YouTube borked again? Again? Was it ever unborked? It's usually unborked at the very beginning of stream. And then like an hour in, it just dies. And the weirdest thing is, I've never heard of anybody else who has this problem. So I don't know what could be causing it or how to fix it. Which is cool. And nice. In your live stream for the very first time, I only know you because of Sam. No way. Welcome in. Thanks for checking me out. A little shocked that you thought it was a skunk. I always thought it was chipflake. Yeah, so the very shortened version of that story is I created this guy, Chip, to he's always been more of a mascot, basically. Like I created him back then when I first made my channel. I created him with the purpose of him being a face of my YouTube channel that people could like recognize, that kind of thing. He was never created because I like wanted to make a version of myself that I connect with, kind of thing. Yeah, this current character that I'm using, the skunk, he's not that old actually. I've had other Sonas before him. I just made him in like 2021, I think. I just got really connected with him, and I never intended to use this character for live streams or YouTube or anything. And I think that's why I'm so connected to him. Because he's always been, you know, for me. If that makes sense. Whereas Chip has always been for the viewers. That is the abridged version of the story. Why do I have a membership? Because a very generous viewer known as KillerRobot99 dropped like 50 gifted subs in the last stream. And as far as I know, YouTube just kind of gives them out randomly to viewers. But yeah, feel free to use !poke or !boop if you do have a membership. Don't get me wrong, I like your art and your cartoons are super cute. The furry fandom needs more artists like you. That's really sweet, I appreciate it. Ah. That explains why I'm a member again. You always get super lucky with the gifted subs, don't you, Lizard? What streak are you on now? Does it tell you how many months you've been a sub? That's the wrong color. I want this one. Sucks is such a precious bean. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like him too. Cause I feel a lot more comfortable streaming with this avatar than with Chip. "12 months. That's crazy. 1 year apparently. Also play Hollow Knight, please. Oh, thank you. Don't worry, I will play Hollow Knight eventually. It does look like One Shot is winning the poll, so that'll probably be the next game I stream. But I do want to play all of the games on that poll eventually. You know what's freaking crazy though? One Shot is less than 10 euros. Yet apparently it's the greatest game of all time. This is why I love indie games. It's so nice on my wallet. It's you have the greatest experience of your life, and it costs less than a McDonald's meal. It's one of my favorite games. One of my favorite experiences I've ever had in my life was playing Echo, which is a freaking free visual novel. It just has like the craziest story. And I don't even like horror games. I don't even like horror games, but that story just freaking like amazed me. I played it years ago and I still think about it regularly. As much as I like Chip, I think Socks suits you a lot better and I love his design. I really appreciate that. Thank you. How many layers do you usually use for artworks? I personally try to use as little as possible because more than 10 layers drives me crazy. It really depends. Like for this, I don't have like separate layers for like the brown and the white parts and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep that as like one separate layer. But with Chip himself over here, I can kind of show you if I drag this all the way over here. Here, Chip has separate layers for like all the different parts of the shading. Just because I kind of need to be able to adjust these individually like this. You know? I don't know. Personally, I don't really have an issue with using... I do like not using too many layers. It definitely feels less overwhelming. But typically I do use as many as I feel like I need. I don't really try to restrict myself too much. Unless it's something like this. Like the background, it's really important to me with the backgrounds to not go overboard with the details, which is why I'm limiting myself to one layer. Best things in life are $9.99. It's so true. I love indie games. I want... It's like that that meme where it's like, I want shorter games with worse graphics. And I'm not joking. Like, I don't know, the best games are those, like, passion projects. By people who have, like, barely any experience. Web fishing was only $4.29 and I loved it. Exactly, that's another really good example. Can't wait for your game to come out. Me neither. I can't wait to speedrun it every day. Sox versus Chip, who would win? I mean, Chip would very much win because he's a multidimensional being with unimaginable power. So, yeah, he would definitely beat the shit out of Sox, not gonna lie. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend that he would face any kind of chance against Chip. Yeah. That's another thing that I'm, like, really glad about, separating Chip from myself. I can, like, do stuff like this now. Chip can be whatever I want him to be now. There's no limitation. I don't have to be, like... we write a quest in the game, and then I have to be like, actually, I would not act like that. You know what I mean? Like, he can just do whatever he wants. He can be a freaking video game character. I don't know. I really enjoy my unrestricted chip use. It's great. OMG, you've read Echo. That novel is a trip for sure. It totally took me off guard when I read it, because the beginning is so, like, I don't know, it's kind of slow in the beginning. You can kind of tell, like, they weren't really... The storytelling was not quite solidified yet. It's a little bit slower, even a little bit boring in the beginning. And then it just freaking, like, goes crazy in the best possible way. And I love it. It's so good. And it's a free visual novel. Yes. Chip is godly and Sox is a guy, basically. How are you doing? I'm doing. Thank you for asking. I'm a little bit frustrated with myself because I overslept today. And I really wanted this poster to be done by yesterday. But it's not. And I'm drawing it completely wrong because I'm not focusing. But again, I don't need to go crazy on the details. Nobody's gonna crucify me for making very minor errors in the background. There's gonna be a bunch of effects and stuff to help portray the depth anyway, so I really need to stop myself from getting too intense with the details, otherwise I'm gonna be here for the next 2 days. Recommend a visual novel called Dawn Chorus if you're interested. It's so lovely. I don't think I've heard of that one. I did make a list of cool visual novels that I searched for recently, but I haven't gotten around to playing any of them. I don't have a lot of time to play games and stuff nowadays, which is a little bit annoying. I still haven't continued playing Death Stranding. Even though I have been enjoying that game quite a bit. I just don't have time. And with that game especially, like, quests take so long to do, at least for me, because I don't know, I'm bad at the game. That it feels like I can't just play it for like an hour or two here and there. I feel like I need at least 3 hours every time I play it. I'm eating your model is too cute. Was that a typo or like actually? Eating it compliment. Okay, I mean, can't say I would be against that, to be completely honest. It'd be Chip, where's Dale? It would have been such a power move to call to call Socks Dale, now that I think about it. But to be honest, I've never actually watched that show, so maybe I shouldn't do that. I've read so many visual novels, it's become an addiction. Very, very understandable, not gonna lie. Like visual novels, I mean, it makes sense, they're called novels. But it's like the one game genre that produces the best storytelling, in my opinion. So, you know, the developers can kind of just focus on telling their story without having to worry too much about like, oh, what about the gameplay and the graphics and sound and stuff like that. Going to a job fair tomorrow to be a metro bus driver. Wish me luck. Good luck! You're gonna be so good at driving those buses. Anytime I think of Dale, I think of King of the Hill. Oh, that's another show I never watched. There was also this girl in middle school named Dale who hated me. Oh my god. I didn't know that, I always thought Dale was a masculine name. Oh, we don't really, like, have that name in Europe / the UK, so... You know what's really interesting to me? Coming to Germany, over here, the name Sasha is actually a masculine name. For me, I've always heard of Sasha as like a a feminine name, but it's a very masculine name in Germany. Interestingly enough. Fish and chips? Okay. That would have been the ultimate power move. Name my skunk cat Sona Fish. Thank you for the bits, Felix. I've known men with names like Donna, Lauren, and Kimberly. Interesting. Can't say I have. Will you be streaming tomorrow? Not tomorrow. Saturday is family day, so I couldn't even stream if I wanted to. And Sunday is like my day off, you know what I mean? Like, as much as I love streaming, if I do it too much, I get burnt out. And it always happens extremely suddenly. It's never like, oh, I've been streaming quite a lot lately, I'm getting kind of tired, oh, I should probably take a break. It's always like, I decide to work on a Sunday one day because I just feel like it, and then I like instantly regret it. It's pretty bad. I think it's a masculine name as well. I think her family just hated her or something. Oh my gosh, that's really sad. If that's the case, that's really sad. I mean, sometimes there's a... Sometimes parents just want to be like different. Only visual novel I completely read was Adastra. I love Amicus, he's so goofy and kinda dumb. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I played Adastra after playing Echo. And I guess, like, my expectations were a bit too high because I really didn't enjoy Adastra. I don't know. Yeah, I think another reason for it was because when you boot up the game, you can, like, put your own name in it. So the protagonist has your name. But I felt like I couldn't really like relate to the protagonist, like he didn't really act like how I would. So him having my name was kind of weird. So maybe if I would have kept his like actual name, I would have enjoyed the game a bit more if I could like see him as his own character kind of thing. I don't know. I have been thinking of replaying that game sometime. Because I think when I played it, I was just comparing it too much to Echo. I also thought there would be more multiple choice stuff like in Echo. But there's really not. I think there's like one choice in Adastra that actually affects the story. And all the rest are just kind of like... for fun kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I do feel a little bit of FOMO when I see everybody raving about that game, when I didn't like connect with it that much. So I kind of want to try playing it again. Maybe I'll gain a new appreciation for it. Who knows? If you name your son a fish, you'll never beat the stinky allegations. Okay, that is a very good point. Thank you for pointing that out. Although, I mean, I'm not really doing myself any favors with the name Socks, am I? I always say, like, a sock isn't necessarily stinky. Like, you can wash it. But a lot of people disagree for some reason. Yeah, I know that the character you play as in Adastra is called Marco, I think. But the fact that the game prompts you to input your own name if you want to made me think like, oh, it's gonna be like you're supposed to put yourself in the shoes of the main character. And I guess maybe you could do that, but I don't know. I could not relate to the way Marco acts. And I also I also remember not really liking Amicus's personality very much. Which really makes me think like I must have missed something, because that's the thing that everybody loves about it. It's if your socks are constantly and notably stinky, you might have a health problem. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so what I'm thinking for the background, I should maybe do it. I might make it on a separate layer so I can play around with the colors a bit, but I feel like I should make the houses in the background like a different shade so it helps to portray the depth a little better than being the same color. Like I just kind of scribbled them in earlier, but that might be smart. Yeah, I do like how this looks so far though. It's a lot better than this in my opinion. It just looks so much more like this just looks like somebody who doesn't know how to draw backgrounds. I know I'm probably being overcritical of my own work, but I don't know, like this, it's like, it's less detailed, but it feels purposeful, you know what I mean? Like for the bits, Felix, when someone says something really obvious in German, do you say kein Scheiß? That's not one of my personal catchphrases. I think you would say kein Scheiß as like as a way to say like I'm not joking, rather than no shit. It's what do you say in that situation? I don't know what the translation of that would be. How's Andrew this evening? I don't know. Maybe you should ask him on stream later. Have you read Arches? I haven't. It's on my list though. I think I have it downloaded. I have played The Smoke Room though. That one's also crazy. When I played it, it wasn't finished yet though. So I think I gotta finish it. Do you think Jaden is more masculine or feminine? It's like both for me. Kind of like the names Sam or Alex. When shall he stream? The same time he always streams. 8 PM Germany time. Okay, Twitch is yelling at me to play ads, so I'm gonna go take a quick break so we don't miss anything. I will be back in about 5 minutes. Don't forget that. Okay. No. 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 Why? Why? No. No. Uh. Uh. Ah. Welcome back. How is it going? Okay, can I finish this, please? Please, I can't believe I spent 2 hours just on Schnitzelville. This is painful. I really gotta, like, hold myself to my own words. And actually not go crazy with the details. Like I keep saying. Why am I like this? Thank you for the welcomes back, by the way. I appreciate it. I feel so welcomed. Cute skunk? No. Could give you enough visual novels for a year. Yeah, dude, the list I made of ones I want to play, just because I, like, think they seem interesting, it's already like 20 of them. And I didn't get around to playing any of them. Adorable skunk? No. 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 How dare you? Hi Nebula, how's it going? Look, man, dude. Get welcomed. Wow. I'm from work, finally excited for the weekend. Hell yeah. Work is cringe. Weekend is not cringe. Wish I was home from work, only 7 hours to go. Oh. My golly gosh, that is a long time. "18 minutes till my weekend." You finish at 4:30? Interesting. Full-time job totally drains me. Yeah, I freaking, like... I think everybody should only work 4 days a week. I feel like we would actually be even more productive as a society. Because it's like you work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. But like, imagine if you would only work 6 hours a day, 4 days a week. you would have so much more energy and you would get even more stuff done, I feel like. How long were workdays for you when you did a regular job? 7 hours, sometimes 8. It was a physical job, so I wasn't allowed to work longer than that per day. Four-day weekday is based. I think UK tried it and it was overwhelmingly positive results. I think multiple countries have tried it and have had overwhelmingly positive results, so I don't know why it hasn't been implemented anywhere yet. Or has it? Isn't it a thing in like Sweden? In some places? Don't take that as fact, I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like I heard that somewhere. Now, because this is on a separate layer, I can mess around with it without screwing stuff up. Yeah. Really like how it looks. Check this out though. This is the old version. Look how much nicer it looks. It's still a work in progress. There's still some changes I want to make to chip and as well, but just as a direct comparison. Look how much nicer it looks. The background is also a lot more accurate to how it actually looks in the game now. Like, this area is actually not on this side of Schnitzelville, it's like over here. When I made this version, we weren't entirely sure, we weren't entirely settled on the map yet. So I just picked some areas of interest to feature. But I like this layout a lot more. It's a lot more like mysterious, you know what I mean? I feel like this is just, I feel like this one is like, it's too obvious, you know? I want this area to be a bit more secret. Both of them look fantastic, thank you. It looks so official and high quality. I appreciate it. Thank you for the bits, Felix. Shorter work weeks, living wages, and universal basic income are shown to work won't be implemented because businesses just want the line to go up. Yeah. We also need shorter games with worse graphics. Not joking. You're gonna sell this poster on your online store. I meant it when I said it by 5. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely considering it. I appreciate the interest. Thank you. Videos, games. Is it Wii U exclusive? That would be the worst possible business decision. It is currently Switch, Nintendo Switch, and Steam exclusive. I think Xbox and PlayStation editions would only ever happen if the game would do like crazy well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Schnitzelville. Thank you for the bits, Felix. Get the chipflake game, only available on Sega Genesis. Super chipflake Genesis, though? That sounds really epic. Congrats on getting it on Switch. How hard was that to get done? Well... The developer is actually a certified Switch developer. I believe. Because he has experience with optimizing games for like studios. See, now I feel like this has too much detail. I'm gonna reduce that a bit. But yeah, the process of getting a game on Switch is actually pretty similar to Steam. Except they actually, like, need to review your game before you put it on, you're able to put it on the store. So yes, every single game that's on the Nintendo Switch store, a Nintendo worker has played it and given feedback to the developer. I know that's really hard to believe. But the thing is, the Nintendo worker who reviews your game, they'll give you feedback if they find any like bugs and stuff. But you don't actually have to fix the bugs to put that up, to put the game on the store. You only have to fix, you know, stuff that would be like guideline violating, that kind of thing you can't have. Bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, ba, 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 bum. But Pretzel, you're German too, right? Cause the developer is planning a fundraising stream for the last stretch of the development of the game on his channel, Zambzokt, and I'm sure you'll get the chance to ask him questions about like game development on there. We're probably gonna do like a separate German and a separate English stream. I live in the USA? Okay, I'm sorry. I think I mixed you up with somebody else. Oh, that's embarrassing. Thank you for the bits, Felix. We need a chip-like game where Chip just causes chaos like Goat Simulator or Untitled Goose Game. So... it's not exactly the same as that, but I will tell you that there's a mini-game in Super Chip-like U in which it is very chaotic. Okay, I did want to add some more details here. So it looks like there's like a festival going on, but I think I'll save that till the end. And for now I'll fill in those other areas. Because I really need to get a move on. TBH, I don't think I've mentioned my general area out here before. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure you've mentioned that you're from the US before. It's... Because when you said that, I was like, oh, of course. Once thought an honest friend was in Russia, but they were actually in Ohio. Oh my god. Now that is a mix-up. Absolutely. Thank you for the bits, Felix. Can't wait to cause chaos with the Boop DLC. Hey, no spoilers, okay? No one's supposed to know about the Boop DLC chaos yet. Ironically, I'm about half German genetically. Yes, so I definitely made that mistake on purpose. Do not worry about it. I do still have this on a separate layer to the rest of the background, but it might be time to merge them now. I'm gonna take a sip of water for thinking purposes. Not gonna lie, having a physical collector's edition of this game would be cool. Well. That may or may not happen. Just saying. Don't tell anyone. It's a secret. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. No. I accidentally merged absolutely everything. I would cry. Thank you for the bits, Felix. Where's your Beppis? No Beppis today. Only water. Will physical copies be available of this? Okay, so... I will say... I can't say for 100%, but it is very high on the priority list. I think the only reason there wouldn't be physical copies is if the game absolutely bombs. But we really want to do physical copies. Like, imagine this on like a Switch box. Like, I would cry and scream and roll around on the floor and unshrimp. I only drink 3 things because I'm extremely picky. I wouldn't say I'm extremely picky, but kinda same. Like I drink Yorkshire tea. Pepsi. Pepsi Max and Cola Light. That's like the only things I drink on a regular basis. Watch me buy it day one. Hell yeah. I'm so hyped. I'm honestly a little hesitant to like announce the whole physical copies thing. Because I don't want too many people to be like, oh, I'll just wait for the physical one to come out. But then we don't get enough like Steam and eShop sales. And we don't end up making a physical version, you know what I mean? Why not Fursuit? Fursuit is good. I like it too. I just really like the flavor of Pepsi Max. In all honesty. How about some more trees up here? This is feeling a little empty. I drink so much Beppis because water is unstimulating. Yeah, I'm trying my best to drink more water and less Beppis, but it's very hard. It helps, it actually helps to drink fizzy water. Because you're kind of like making it a bit more exciting than just drinking flavorless liquid. But yeah, I would definitely rather drink Pepsi any day versus water. And I always have the urge to make myself a glass of Pepsi instead of just drinking water. Another trick is you make a glass of water and then you just like down the entire thing. And then you make yourself a glass of Pepsi or whatever beverage. And then you'll be more like you're more likely to actually like enjoy the flavor of the drink instead of drinking it for for hydration purposes. Honestly, never seen Fursuit anywhere outside of some random restaurants. Really? You can just buy it in Globus. Over here, at least. That's sick and so cute. I'm hyped for this game. I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear it. I love carbonation injected into my veins. It is pretty epic, isn't it? Like, water is like, no, what is that? Why would I willingly drink that? Put some bubbles in it, suddenly it's like delectable beverage. Just put a water bottle on your desk and you'll most likely subconsciously drink it. That is another good trick. I can confirm that works for me. Same reason I don't have a hydrate redeem. Because I always have some beverage on my desk. And I always subconsciously drink from it every time I stream. Master Chef, but Master Chip, today we are going to be pairing a glass of water. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like that weird trend where people would be like, here's my water for today, and then they would add like 50 different syrups to it, and like fruit and like random stuff. It's like at that point it's not even water anymore. Which is fine, of course, but like, why are you calling it water? Doctor actually told me to drink less water because I drink too much. Wow, really? I always thought, like, if you drink too much water, you'd like know you'd get like health effects from it. Noticeable health effects from it. All this water talk is making me thirsty. I like fizzy beverages like soda and cola, but for some reason carbonated water does not vibe with me. I prefer my water still. I used to as well. And then I moved to Germany. Fun fact for you, carbonated water is not very popular in the UK. But in Germany, it's freaking everywhere. Germans are obsessed with carbonated water. And I just kind of started drinking it because my partner would always buy it. And now it's like, now I've seen the light, now I prefer carbonated water to still water. Thank you for the bits, Felix. Have you tried drinking fire? I've not actually. It does sound quite exciting though. Maybe I will try it at some point. What was the inspiration for making the indie game in the first place? I will shorten the story a lot, but basically Zamb reached out to me one day and was kind of like, yo, imagine if I made a chipflake inspired game. And I was like, haha, yeah. And he actually started making it, and I was like, wait, what? But it actually started out as like a little mini game. It was like a Snake, imagine like Snake, but 3D. That's what it started out as. But the thing with Zamb is he's always... I feel like for a long time he's wanted to make like an open world adventure quest game. So the chip game just kind of like evolved into that. So now it's like this actually... Now it's like this actually big project with a lot of things at stake, which is a little bit stressful, but you know. I think the ship is a little bit too visible. It needs to be more secret, in my opinion. I felt nothing while drinking 3 to 4 liters a day. Okay, that is rather excessive. It's 3 to 4 liters, wow. I drink so much water that when I go in for blood work or any reason, my blood's so thin, it's terrifying. Wow, okay. I thought not drinking enough water makes your blood thin. Sadly, the regular water from my tap is full of calc. I don't know the English word, so we mostly drink it bottled. I think that's lime scale, right? I think calc is lime scale in English. I'm not 100% sure myself, though. But yeah, that's another funny thing, like... Water in Germany usually is very high quality, very safe to drink. It's very well filtered and everything. In my household, we don't have an issue with like lime scale or anything like that, so it's very safe to drink from the taps. But we still buy bottled water anyway, because you know, water doesn't come out of the tap when it's fizzy. You know, it's still and it's boring. Pancakes? No way. I'd love some pancakes right now. Must head out. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Like, I want you to notice this ship and be like, ooh, what's that? But the way it is right now, your eye is like too much drawn to it. It's way too big, that's the thing. Even the one in the game is not that big. I need intrigue, but not spoilers. Like this, and it's kind of like sticking out from behind the trees. Wah wah. Is it Ship Shape Island? I don't know what that is, but that's probably really funny to people who get the reference. I'm gonna guess it's a Mario reference for no particular reason. Simply an educated guess. It is? No way. It's gonna be on the Switch. Will it be on the Switch 2 as well? Well, considering you can play regular Switch games on the Switch 2, technically yes. To be totally honest, there's a lot of ideas for things that we want to add to the game, but like, won't be able to, because, you know, within game development, it's very important to put a cap on yourself eventually. Because theoretically, you can just keep developing a game for literal decades, just adding stuff constantly, forever. So at some point, you gotta be like, okay, I have more ideas, but, you know, enough is enough. I don't know, like, it all just depends on how, like, what the final game is gonna look like. But there will definitely be more content in the future, I guess I could say. Whether that's in the form of DLCs, expansions, or like a Switch 2 sequel. I don't know. There's a lot of variables to the point where I can't really give definitive answers yet, unfortunately. Mario. Mario. Brother, I hardly know her. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. I wonder what this background would look like if it was blurred, actually. So that might be a good way to kind of mask the simplicity of it. But I don't know. I gotta like stop thinking too far into the future. Just get the thing done first. Will Chris Pratt voice Chip in the game? Bro, like, imagine if the chipflake game actually, like, blew up to, like, ridiculous success. to the point where it got noticed by Hollywood and they wanted to make a movie out of it, they would definitely hire Chris Pratt to voice Chip, and there would be nothing anyone could do about it. Chipflake game is real? Nah. No way. The Netflix adaptation. The thing is, I mean, you'll see that when you play the game, but like, it's the kind of story that's like, I don't even know if it's possible to adapt that into a movie or a series. You're making a game? At this point, like, it's... I know you're definitely joking, Jay, but when other people say that, I don't know if they're joking or not. It's... Chipflake movie would pop off. Like, what would it even be about, though? Also, like, I've already attempted to make an original animated series. But it's very, okay, not very, but people don't seem to be that interested in it. I don't know if it's just because the episodes are like 2 minutes long. Like maybe people will actually be interested in it when it's like a full video of like, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes worth of animation. But yeah. Sadly, people don't seem to be interested in Chipflake's adventure. Mama. What if I'm not joking and I have the memory of a goldfish? Also, who are you? It's... I would be... I don't know, that would be kind of like... I would be kind of honored if somebody had amnesia, but they still came to my stream every single time, even though they don't remember who I am. They just have this, like, urge to come to my stream every time, even though they don't remember who I am. Or who they are. I'm interested in Chipflake Adventures. I appreciate that. I know, like, most of you have seen it and probably would like to see more episodes. It's just really unfortunate. And I hate saying that. But if I don't get enough views on a certain type of video, I can't like afford to make more of it, basically. So that's why Chipflake's adventure is kind of on hold right now. Not sure if somebody asked this, but did you make your model's rig? I want to know where it was done. I made it. You can even watch me do it. I live streamed part of it. Does the VTuber model blush when you laugh? It does. Chipflake's adventure was sacrificed at the altar of story times. Yeah, story times and Cat does funny relatable thing. Which is, you know, I do enjoy making those styles of content, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm like writing my storytime videos and like crying because I hate it so much. It's not like that. I still have fun with all the videos I make, and I put as much like creativity and like, what do you call that? Artistic integrity into them. But it is a shame that nowadays I do have to think a bit more about like, okay, I have this thing I want to make, but will I be able to pay my bills if I make that thing? I'm not really in that position anymore where I can genuinely make anything I want to. Do you lose money on the Genre Cut series? I kind of feel bad if so. I don't think... I honestly don't remember how much I paid you for the Genre Cut tracks. But I don't think I lose money. You know what video I kind of did lose money on though? Was which video was it? Was one of my story times, I think. Oh, I think it was actually a video about taxes and back pain. That video, the soundtrack for that is like completely original. And I didn't realize how expensive that would be. Because I was just kind of like, because I spoke to Tim about doing the soundtrack for that video. I was like, oh, it would be really cool if it's like music that like changes subtly depending on what I'm saying in the video. And I don't know, I guess in my head I thought it would be like, oh, he's just gonna make like a couple of like little loops and then just like switch them out depending on what I'm saying for this 8-minute long video. But it kind of turned into like an 8-minute long original song, you know what I mean? Like, bro went above and beyond with it, which is really cool. But it turned out to be quite expensive. Which, you know, I absolutely do not fault him for, because I would rather... if he's gonna put that much work and time into it, I'm not gonna underpay him just because I thought it would be a bit less expensive, you know what I mean? That's like my L to take. And yeah, unfortunately, it's not doing too bad now, but the video didn't perform that well, so I never really like made back the money I invested in that video. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the genre cat videos do make it back. But even if they didn't, you shouldn't feel bad about that because, you know, it's my investment and my choice to make that investment. And if I go to a musician or an artist or whatever and I'm like, yo, I want to do this, how much do you charge for that? And they give me a price, and I go along with that price, then it's, you know, it's not their fault if I don't make the money back, you know. I gotta be the one who weighs up all of the possibilities, variables, all the variables, and decides, am I gonna die if I if I pay for this? But yeah, honestly, like, I think I've said this a couple times now, but I actually earn more through my streams nowadays than through YouTube. And it's not because I earn a ton through my streams, it's because my YouTube income has been going down. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if YouTube like changed some advertising things or something, but it seems like trying to make a living off short form content on YouTube is getting harder nowadays. But honestly, it's like, it's still worth it to keep my channel around. Because it's kind of like, it's kind of like an advertising thing, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. I can use it to promote projects like this that I'm working on. I can use it to promote my streams and like even my commissions and stuff if I want to. And on top of that, I still do feel passionate about animating and doing animation. And the thing is with doing animation, there's always like, you can post a video and it flops initially, but sometimes it'll just randomly get picked up by the algorithm literal years later and blow up. That's what happened to my video that's called A Day in the Life of a Cat, actually. When I posted that video at first, it did really badly, and I was like, damn, alright. But nowadays, it's one of my most viewed video. It just randomly started gaining crazy views like a couple years ago. Now it's one of my most popular videos. Where was I going with this whole attention? That's so sick. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. You want to see the before and after? The old version? This is the old version. This is still a work in progress, but I don't know. It just looks so much more like dynamic. I really like it. Maybe I should move Schnitzelville over a little bit, actually. Just like slightly more to the right. I've just been insecure about being an investment risk lately because I've been slowly getting shut out by the labels I've worked out with. Oh, really? I'm really sorry to hear that. Honestly, like, I'm just a lot more broke than I was a couple years ago, just because of the whole like YouTube thing. But yeah, it's like absolutely not your fault at all. Do not worry about it. And I do still want to commission you for more music when I eventually I'm a little bit more stable. EP cute cat game cover, absolutely. This is your art, your creation, you have the right to say it should be what it should go for. No one has a saying but when you make something, so be yourself and enjoy what you make. Thank you, I appreciate it. I do still like... I try my best to have a balance between stuff that I know is gonna allow me to survive the winter versus doing stuff that I'm like passionate about. I mean, that's why Chipflake's adventure exists in the first place. When I came up with the idea, I didn't make that series because I knew it would do well. I genuinely didn't know. But yeah, I do want to go back to it eventually. I just need to make some I need to like have a good balance between videos that I know will get enough views to pay my bills and stuff that I'm actually that I like I'm especially passionate about if that makes sense. And I feel like I have a decent balance right now. Like, I wish I could do more stuff that I'm passionate about, that I'm particularly passionate about, but the fact that I do them at all is like, I don't know. I'm happy to take the financial L if it means I can try new things every once in a while, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's life in the 21st century as an artist. And yeah, hi quote, how's it going? Thank you for the bits, Felix. If I set money aside for whenever you open commissions. I really appreciate that. They will open eventually. Okay, I think that's gonna be the end of stream for today though. I need to go and eat food because I'm very hungry and my partner made the most banging chili I have ever put in my mouth. And I've been thinking about it for like the entire day. But yeah, thank you very much for sticking around today. It's been really fun, even though I didn't get as much work done as I thought I would. I really hope I can finish this on Monday. Oh man. But yeah, very much appreciate you sticking around and having a nice chat with me. It's been really cool, and I hope you have a wonderful, amazing rest of your day. Do not forget, the most important part is that